instructional part of the video, check the description box below. In your YouTube player for tabs and backing tracks, on my website, information about the sound tools I'm using today, and links to my Patreon. Like and subscribe to my channel if you enjoy this content. It helps me out. Now let's talk about this very pre-bendy Gilmore, Harrison, Mike Campbell solo that I guess, yeah, we'll just start playing, we'll talk about it. I come in with a big pre-bend on the 5th fret of my G string. Land on a 2 here. Now that's because the chord is a B flat. And so this is one of those times I am actually aiming for the 3rd of the chord. I don't actually usually worry too much about stuff like that. I just try and make melodies that sound nice. But that does work really well there. It got me a start of the solo. I was like, ooh, that's a nice drop. So yeah, 5, dropping down to 2 there. And then, yeah, just a little, you can only do this on Fenders. On Fenders, you have a straight headstock, and so, yeah, you have a nice amount of room here to push strings down, Strats, Tellies, I could even do it on my Mustang if I wanted to. So this is, D minor pentatonic, because this chord progression is like D minor, F, A, D minor. I'm out of tune, I'll fix it in a second. So yeah, we go O3, O3. And I push that G string down, and then 3-0. So it's the equivalent of going. But it's just style points. And I think I did. Yeah, that's a little lower pentatonic minor of D pentatonic minor there. I'm on my low E string. 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 5. And let me just check my tuning again. I did a stupid thing. I changed the strings like yesterday before doing a really bendy solo. Oops. I gotta say this thing holds really well. Mastery bridge. Here, I'll hold it up towards this camera. Oh, you can't see. I got my machinist friend, Bob Earl, to make me a custom, whatever you call this, retainer bar, so it doesn't have pegs. It goes straight through like on the new Gretches. Super cool guy. Anyway, so then on the F to A change, I don't know how I thought of this. Divine inspiration. That's so cool. So this is an F, there's that 1st fret. 1, open D, and here's a little pre-bend again, pull down. The rule is, just so you know, pre-bends on the bigger strings, you pull down, on the skinny strings you pull up, because you're trying to just go to wherever there's more wood. So yeah, on the big strings I'm going to pull down that 2 to, 2, 1 fret. And then pop this 1 and 1 up here on my high strings, which essentially makes a D minor 7. That's one of my favorite chords. So yeah. Oh, that was cool too. By the way, if I'm going fast, there's slowdown options in your YouTube player. You can adjust the quality and things like that. Over here on a desktop, up here on other devices, spacebar pauses, arrows go forward and back. And then immediately I jump to, so that's just D octaves. That's 7th fret of my G string to open D. Here's another pre-bend. That 5th fret of my B string, and then right up that 8 there of my B string. Now some people, so let's detour for a minute. Talk about right hand stuff. I have a second camera set up today just to talk about this. Well, I'm going to leave it. I talk about this where if you don't have him or her down, these strings will ring as you bump into them with the bends. So we slam it down on these lower strings so that it stops them. And just so you know, the scales I'm seeing are all caged minor pentatonics, the same boxes we all use, with one little spicy addition. I'm spotting my E's. So it's like a slight modification of the scale. Super cool thing to do. So that lick again. Look at that. Way under that string. Good thing I'm sitting on it so that I won't make a bunch of noise. And then up to this position of D minor pentatonic. That's super, like that's straight out of, Come Together, George Harrison. So 10, 13, B string. So here's a pre-bend again. And then right to a bend again. That to me is the Harrison thing. That they'll go down, suited it, whoa, and then jump right back up at you. Which I love that so much because we're used to with blues is going. Which is very cool too, but I love the slightly odd articulation of that. And then you're bending that 13 up there. And this is where this guitar will probably fret out. Let's see. Barely got it on this. So this is a vintage spec guitar. Little frets, very steep radius. Not great for up-high bends. That 15, again, is a pre-bend. Coming back up. And like, my logic is, all my favorite guitar players are from the 60s and 70s, well, and 90s. But they played on vintage spec stuff, so I'm like, well, I'll just do it. It's real tempting to be like, oh, I'm going to order a neck from Warmouth. It's going to be 10 to 16 compound radius with 6150 jumbo frets, and but I'm like, well, I'll just let it be a little fretty. And notice I am getting string noise. There's still some string noise coming in. And here comes, though, a Robbie Krieger lick. So that's, again, back to this position of minor pentatonic. The good one, our favorite one. And so I'm coming in on the E note there, but pre-bending that. Oh, nope, I didn't do that. I just did down, 10, 13, down, 10. And that's like Robbie does a variant of that. You'll catch him do this one a lot. Can't remember what song is that. When the Music's Over? I don't know. I love the Doors. So my lick, though. This is my favorite lick in the whole thing. You gotta know when to do that in your life when you're like, I did a cool thing. Good job, human. That's the behind our favorite position, cage structure, minor pentatonic. And so that's 10, pre-bend this 10, down to 7, and then you can slide back because then I'm gonna keep going, but I just love that. Down to that 7, and then there's that. Yeah, that was real visible. There's this minor pentatonic, the C-shaped, that's like the beginning, the 5 down to 2. By the way, this position of minor pentatonic with a polythene Pam. And then was it, don't tell me? It's something like that, but that's, yeah, also Harrison. And then I kept the motif going. That's a D arpeggio. 2, 3, 0. More of those kind of low growly ones. You know, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 0, and then here's going to be a giant, I guess it's a minor 9 or whatever it is, minor 9 maybe, O, 7, 5 on the G, 9, slowly bend it up till you get to, that's very Gilmore, just 1 fret, and then the guitar harmonies come in, and this guitar is doing, so that's again back to our, 10th fret position, pre-bend on that 12 there. And these aren't pre-bends, this is just pull off and back, 13 and 10. And here comes some pre-bends on this 15. So many cool things in this. And I guess the reason I put this one together, I'm having fun doing these videos where I just kind of basically think about one thing and then make a solo about it. Pre-bends are cool because, well, a lot of times we forget to do them. We tend to do one kind of bend, and so it's a good thing to be like, I'm going to do a solo that's just like as many, mostly pre-bends. And the other cool thing about pre-bends is they force us to play slow. Because to do a pre-bend, you can't be doing something really right before it. So it's inherently makes us slow down and think about what we do, which is, that's kind of part of my core guitar value system is like, we need to slow down, we need to listen to what we're playing while we're playing it, and we need to stop throwing our fingers at the fretboard and just hope cool stuff happens. We gotta again, you can do what you want. I can only speak for what I believe in doing. But I just really, I have almost like a religious zealot type thing about this at this point where I'm like, let's just slow down and really cherish each note that we play, really, really get into the tone and the sounds we have. And then then doing simple to me, that's as satisfying as anything fast I've ever done. I think that is all I want to talk about today. Thanks so much for watching my videos and clicking and telling people and supporting me in all the ways you do. And yeah, take it easy.